You put those ditch brackets on yet, Matt?
I don't have anything to mount to them yet. I did put lights on my Christmas list, so
Okay.
once I get some of those.
Yeah, I sent Mario a thank you. That was really, really cool of him to do that.
Yeah, very cool.
What kind of lights did you put on your list? Like some fancy lights, or like Amazon specials or whatever.
Yeah, like Amazon specials. You know, I'll put stuff. Matt, you need a Christmas list. Put some stuff on your Christmas. You know, and then I put shit on my Christmas list. And
Is that supposed to be my mom?
Yeah, yeah. and then I never get what I put on the list. So it's like, all right, just give me whatever you're gonna get me. You know, shit.
I said this.
Audio's breaking up on my end, Cody.
Yeah, it was because I was launching an application.
Oh.
Yeah, it bogged down for a second. I gotta do a couple things. Exit.
Yeah, Susan looked at mine and everything was like $400 or more.
Woo!
Like, all right, I'll put some cheap stuff on there. Well, it's like a fridge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I put like a floor jack, some jack stands. Where's my lights? Oh, I put some slippers.
Got a bully dog tuner on there.
An impact socket set, because I just bought an impact this week and it's
nice. Which one did you get?
DeWalt 20-volt impact wrench, 330 foot-pounds of torque.
Casey, check your phone.
Ox beam LED pods, 4-inch.
Yeah, Ox beam makes good. Oh, those are the ones I sent you. Remember?
You sent me these?
No, I sent you the link to those before.
Okay.
I was like, who's this light sending party that I wasn't invited to? What kind of bullshit is this?
Where did you send them?
No, because you had asked me about the ones I had on mine, and the little brackets that I'm using as ditch brackets, which are just cheesy little, not like badass shaped metal stuff like you got, but those little clamps that just go on. They just clamp the back of your hood, you know.
Oh, okay.
You asked me about those lights, and I sent you a link. It was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember.
Those are good. The spotlights, or are they flood?
LED white flood beam.
Flood.
Yeah.
The ones I had gotten was spot, and they were all right. They didn't shoot out as far as I was hoping they would.
I don't know that they got to shoot out that far. I just want to increase my peripheral.
Let's 3, 2, 1. Sorry to interrupt your guys' conversation, but I thought it was good content that we should actually talk about on the show since we have no Jose and no agenda tonight.
Is that our fault?
Yeah, it is. It's 6:30 p.m.
I didn't know that I was responsible for bringing content tonight.
Yeah,
weren't we already live?
We were live, but we're not actually recording, so I wanted to kick off the recording. So in the pre-conversation, which you only get on YouTube at 6:30 p.m.
Can you get pregnant by pre-conversation? Seems like that's been coming up a lot the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it is.
I'm fully convinced.
Pre-lubes.
I am fully convinced that at my age and in my physical condition, even the post is not potent enough to do any damage to anybody at this point.
Okay.
You guys were talking about, Matt was talking about, we talked about last week how Rego Fabrications sent those really cool ditch light brackets for his Nissan Frontier, and Casey asked if he had installed any lights yet, and he was just talking about the lights that he was looking at getting. So let's.
It's on my Christmas list.
It's on your Christmas. So you were talking about.
As usually goes when I put assemble an Amazon Christmas list, I don't get what's on the list. So I'll probably, instead of getting those ditch lights, I'll probably get like, I don't know what, something.
A new tie.
Yeah, exactly. Like brake light bulbs or something. Like,
a bowling ball.
These are just as good. I don't know. But yeah, so that was the conversation. Well, if I get these lights, these little light pods, then I'll go ahead and install those brackets.
So you guys were talking about floodlight versus spotlight, and I would like to have a conversation about that because I think that ditch light brackets and ditch lights are in my future as well. Because like we talked about last week in Johnson Valley when it was dark as balls, I need some additional lights.
Dark as balls.
It's pretty dark down there. Have you been down there?
I know, but. It's just a pretty good turn of phrase there. Dark as balls.
Oh yeah, hot as balls, cold as balls,
hot as balls,
dark as balls. As balls kind of fits anything that you want to do that.
Fitting balls.
So
balls deep.
So Casey, flood or spot for ditch brackets, for ditch lights?
I would say traditionally people, when they put those ditch brackets on, they're getting a flood beam and they're pointing them somewhat to the side because the flood's still they're gonna sort of intersect in the middle, but it's gonna give you more light off to the sides, and then couple that with like a spot maybe down on the bumper or something like that, or like a light bar or whatever. Most of your light bars are all gonna be spot flood combo.
Okay.
So from my experience, my limited nighttime wheeling experience, it's not so much I need to look or see better in front because I'm either following somebody or whatever. So in my mind, oh man, I got this really righteous bar on top wherever it's mounted, because I'm tight. Wherever it's mounted, you're just blasting the dude in front of you, and he can't look in his mirror. That seems kind of like a dick move, if anything. Like you're just to mess with somebody, just keep flipping that switch on. But as far as the trench or ditch light aspect, well, I still want to see, even though there's somebody in front of me and I can kind of see how they're tracking or where they're going, I still want to see my periphery. I want to see, like, off to the right or left. That's where I've noticed that I need better visibility. Mm-hmm. So
that's how I have mine. I have those little ones on the side on ditch brackets, and I have them angled outwards.
If I want to piss Jose off, I'll just go and stick my hand out the window and I'll aim the driver's side ditch light like right straight ahead. And then maybe if I can somehow increase my beam, increase beam.
I think they have a pill for that. I think they have
pills for that.
God. Beam increasement. Or maybe I could put an actuator on the passenger side and get some cross beam action.
Dude, there was a period of time where I was going down the rabbit hole of that. On my XJ, I had a big roof rack and I had a couple lights on there, and I'm picturing a Belimo actuator with a 2 to 10 volt control signal and a potentiometer in the dash cam and on the dashboard that you could literally zero at zero right down the middle and then dial either way and have them rotate on actuator. The only concern was that, like, under normal, like
the big orange actuator
big orange actuator would look dumb, but the rough bouncing of off-roading, I don't know how well you could really secure that actuator to keep it from dying long term.
Just have to get one that's OSP, has OSP rating.
Oh, OSP rating. We just talked about that. Yeah. But I think that would be a cool hashtag. I invented that. You can't have that.
Okay, you can have it. Hashtag.
I don't plan on
hashtag you
putting
can
a roof
have
rack
it.
or actuators on my roof rack.
All right. Well, just in case, I'm just hashtagging that shit so you can't have it. That's all I'm saying.
You got it.
So, yeah, I think the floodlights on the ditch brackets, and then either a couple spotlights in front down low, or the light bar down low.
For straight ahead? Yeah, I don't know. I got that one from Case. He gave me his old one. I don't know how I want to use that at this point, whether I want to mount it like he had in his grill, like just below the grill up front. Yeah, I'm so indifferent on that. But I am thinking, like, I got to take a look at these brackets. But like a amber light. So I'll have the 2 ditch lights and then try and put an amber light on one side of them, on one of the brackets, like maybe mount it underneath.
Oh, they're facing the other direction?
Okay, maybe
Or
one
forward.
on each side, one forward, one rear. I don't know. It depends on like what kind of view you have in the rear, right?
I don't think you're going to be able to see it from.
Yeah.
From
Okay, then maybe just one.
What would the amber
Pointed
lights
forward.
for? What would the amber lights be for?
Just for dust and stuff like that. We're always talking about having those lights.
I wonder, do they? I'm sure somebody makes, and it may be
A multiple.
yes,
Yeah, I don't know. Look,
Amber
Come on
does
out.
good at night. I recently put those amber.
I
lights
heard
in.
she
does.
High five! High five! Oh man, that was too easy.
and for anybody out there
Dana
named
Carvey?
Amber, sorry.
You ever seen Dana Carvey do? What's that dude's name? Dennis.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, from Saturday. He used to do this impersonation on Saturday Night Live, but you don't remember that?
No, I don't.
Well, whatever.
I am
You had to be
looking.
there. You had to be there.
I'm looking at Iron Man 4x4 America. They have a bunch of lights, but I don't readily see any that are pod lights that you would mount on your ditch bracket that have
Any of them
amber.
are
Multi-use.
They do have a combo. So
Yeah, it seems like you could get.
they have a combo spot and
Yeah.
flood.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
And they have some. Too, I don't know if Iron Man does, but some companies make lights where you can have like a 2-position switch where you can turn it on white or amber.
Yeah, that's what I was looking
the
for.
same light.
So this one, the Cosmo Dual LED light it's got 2 LEDs, one flood, one spot. I think that would be, especially if you could switch them off individually, that would be the way to go. Or it'd be cool to get one that was both amber and white. I don't see them. Wow, they got a bunch of wiring kits and LED strips and all kinds of
You
stuff.
got like camp lights and everything.
I'm just looking in their electrical section. You can get a blue light cover for your 7-inch round light, a gray cover, you can get an orange one, and you can get an amber LED,
an amber cover.
Dag blur and sassafras. I think that's the route, dude. I get 7-inch those 7-inch round diameter lights mounted on the ditch brackets, and then you can have no lens on it or an orange lens on it.
7-inch. That's
I don't know if you're gonna want that big ass.
You would look like
They have
Mickey
like
Mouse.
If they have like a 4-inch one, I think you'd be
Things
good.
already got
You were
like
even
bad gas
5.
mileage. I gotta have parachutes on either side of the truck.
I like the Megatom. Have you seen those on their website? That's it's a 7-inch round with. I'm gonna bring it up on the screen. It's a 7-inch round with also a light bar.
Oh yeah. I have seen those.
I think for like a front mount like that, that's pretty cool. I think the light bar does the flood and the round does the spotlight.
That's so you do not want that on as ditch lights though.
No,
That's like,
no, I was not talking about ditch lights. That would be silly. Who would do that?
fuck it, I'll do it.
So yeah, I think that there's with those ditch lights, there's a bunch of different options, and I'm curious to see what you do with it because I'm going to need to do something with that soon. Like we talked about, ditch lights, some
Chase lights.
Yeah, chase lights. I think I want to be able to do that too with an amber chase light. So maybe I just, I don't know if you guys know, I have a welder now. I could probably just make a bracket and mount it somewhere, either on my bed, but right behind the bed rail behind the cab.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, the only because that's kind of where Casey has his. The only downside to that is if you've got something in your truck, you've now blocked the view of the of the.
So-
So if you put it maybe on the corners,
That's just until I make my chase rack, and then I'll mount it up on my chase rack.
Here's an idea that I had was take those whatever you're going to use as chase lights and have like a waterproof connector on one end, wire it on your truck with another waterproof connector, and then mount the lights to like a strong magnetic base. They have those magnetic bases, but like a stud sticking out of it, where you could just take them off, run around whenever you
Kinda
want.
like-
Say, we're
like
going to the desert.
Like
plug it
Starsky and
in.
Hutch, like you just put it on top.
the bubblegum light on top, like Starsky.
Oh my god!
But it could still mount. It could still mount to your bed rail where you're wanting to put it.
Can you do the siren
You know?
again?
Woo woo.
Nice.
Well, I think if you put Matt, if you put them on the bed rail up against the cab, but in the corners.
That's what I said.
Oh,
Or that's what I meant.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Well, Casey's like right in the center. But
But
the
he
difference
has,
is the
he
tonneau
has that,
cover.
and he also has like it's a big bar.
Yeah.
You know, it's like what does that do? That's like in
It's a flashy.
no, what's that movie where the aliens came down? And you had to communicate through lights and sounds.
Close Encounters of the
Close
Third Kind.
Encounters. I think that's the same thing they use, right? With like, very good. You guys nailed that. But that's what I see when I
Are
see
we communicating
Casey.
right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Bitch and Hawkeye reference right now. Have you watched all three Hawkeyes?
No.
Not the
Oh,
latest one.
that is a Hawkeye reference right there. You didn't even know it. I'm digging the new Hawkeye. Next
I
episode
thought it was a
comes up.
little. The first two episodes did not grab me out.
I saw a preview where it looked
like-
like they shot two arrows together to create one gigantic arrow, and I went, eh.
Normally, I'm down for that stuff. I'm all about multiple arrow
They
configurations.
They merged the
They
tips.
merged
and
their
it
tips.
became one gigantic tip.
That's not exactly what happened
In
but
flight?
I'm not going to tell you.
They did it
That's
in
the way,
flight.
That's the way they edited it.
yeah,
Edited it.
that's not what
edited it.
that's not how it exactly happened. But
That's like one of those things. You ever see that photo of the like from World War One, the two bullets that hit each other like
Yeah.
midair? Same thing, except for Hawkeye. Like he probably does that shit all the time.
Yeah.
He's just
But
shooting down
Those
bullets
two
with arrows.
bullets didn't create one gigantic bullet.
one of the arrows had a PIM particle tip. So when the PIM particle tip hit the other arrow, it turned that arrow big the way the PIM particles do.
Okay, got it. Now that makes total sense.
Yeah,
Oh, now just logic.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
I think it's worth it. I'm enjoying it.
We've been watching the new Dexter. So
Yes, so have we. That has been really good. I loved that show. A tangent. I loved the Dexter. It was probably one of my all-time favorite TV shows,
it's a good ass show.
except for the last episode. The last episode is the biggest pile of dog shit in the history of cinema, and they had to bring him back to resolve that issue, to rectify their reputation because it was so bad. So
Okay.
I'm digging the new Dexter.
Little tips turning other tips into big tips.
That's a good. They should use that tagline on the Hawkeye previews. So the how are you
So chase lights.
going back to lights? Yeah. So how's your bar mounted? Your light bar mounted in the front case?
In the front, I made some tabs and welded it to my bumper.
So it's inset in the bumper, or is it like on top?
No, it's on top of the main hoop, and then there's a hoop over the top of it.
Oh, I forgot that he had a custom bumper, and because I was just thinking about how I would do it on mine. I don't really have a place to
Just
put
screw
it.
it right down to the hood.
Just
Like
horns.
horns.
Screw it.
Like Texas horns. Like just, that'd be
I think
badass. You should put
there
some
has-
Texas like longhorns
Oh, yeah.
on the hood of your truck.
with flashing red lights on the tip of each horn.
Oh my god!
And then paint a burro on the door.
oh, dude, do it.
No,
Don't
I
you-
don't. I won't
you
paint
gotta-
it. I will use reflective
I know-
stickers.
Look at.
Reflective.
I'm on Amazon looking for burro.
It's got to be
magnets.
Brahma. Got to be Brahma
Brahma
bulls.
bulls.
Got to be Brahma bulls.
Oh, you're gonna come out.
I wonder if anybody outside of Southern California gets that reference. Like, is that just a Southern California thing?
we're probably the only dicks that make fun of it. Like probably around the country, it's like, yeah, that's a status symbol.
Yeah.
It means I'm the shit. Except out here, if you have it, dumb young white kids make fun of you because they're dicks.
Because they're dumbasses.
Because they just don't understand.
So
there has to be an opening in that bumper that you can cut out.
There's a below the bumper, above, like it's about level where the fog lights are. There is a slot that I could probably fit, I think, an 18 or a 24-inch light bar there.
But, how big of what in your slot?
Yeah, but I'm concerned about blocking airflow into the radiator.
No, not gonna happen.
Yeah, that was my concern too. But
dude, I put a gigantic steel plate in front of my radiator, and it doesn't even get any warmer.
I screwed it right to it, and nothing happened.
All the water came out, and no need that shit.
There was all this green stuff behind there. It just came out. Now it's even better.
Lightened it. Mark in the chat room is saying that there's a fog light replacement kit for the Ranger.
Probably, and the Nissan.
I am looking that up.
Oh man, I already found this Brahma Bull sticker.
Oh,
we're all getting one. We're all getting one, guys.
Brahma chasers
for the hammers. Yeah.
Do you guys want red or black?
Black for sure.
Black
for sure. So I'm seeing on Diode Dynamics, I'm seeing fog light LEDs for the Ford Ranger, but they're $40 a piece. I can't imagine that's like a replacement LED. That looks like it's just the like an OEM replacement, not necessarily upgrade.
It looks just like the factory one, only it's amber.
No, is it amber in color? I can choose. I can choose amber or I can choose white. But I don't know if it's like a upgrade.
I'll tell you what. I put those amber lights on my bumper in place of the stock fog lights, and it makes a world of difference at night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I would prefer. I could see better with the ambers on than turning on my high beams. Regular lights, and then the ambers on is better than the high beams. And it was like $30 for the set on Amazon.
Whoa! So I did find on Ford Performance a rigid off-road fog light kit for $500.
Yeah, anything rigid is going to be
$500.
Insane.
I'll wreck shit for that. I'll run into stuff. That's a lot. $500. I'll find. I gotta do something for coming up on the for the Hammers trip. Yeah, I'm gonna want to make sure I have some kind of additional lighting, especially chase lights for that. So I may. I did see. I know that's kind of cheese. I've never done it, but they make those hoops that bolt onto your existing factory bumpers that come up and just they make the one
like with, a bull bar.
Yeah, bull bar. There you go. But I don't know. But I don't know that I want a full replacement.
We're just gonna cut a hole in it and mount a light bar in there. You can get like a 20-inch.
But my truck is so pretty. Why do I want to mess it up? My truck's pretty. So we'll see.
It's gonna look even prettier with the Brahma Bull sticker I just bought.
You did not.
Light bar.
You did not.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with those?
I just told you. You're gonna come out one day.
I will shit.
Maybe you'll notice it. Maybe you won't. I don't know. You got enough stickers on that truck.
Dude, they're gone.
What are you talking about?
All the stickers off the back window are gone except for the Nexon tire, and then the whole rocker panel's coming off sometime between now and Hammers.
What?
Yeah, the stickers on the rocker panel. Yeah, that's gonna come off.
The graphic.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave the logo on the back.
So it's just in time then. Like
just in time to replace it.
Yeah, now you'll have a nice Brahma Bull. I might have gotten red. I might have gotten black.
The other stickers.
You could start a whole new collection. Oh man, that's gonna be good. You left Tim's on there. Tim. Oh, did you pull off your Tim Achilles survivor?
Tim, I'm going to admit to you that I did take it off because someone was drunk when they installed it, and it's been sitting
crooked as shit.
Crooked as shit, and been bugging me for a year.
Yeah, you know what? Mine came out straight, and it's still on there.
Yeah, someone was shit-faced when they stuck it on the back of my truck.
You shit-faced when he did mine. It's just probably like your Ford.
It has literally
threw off its equilibrium.
Every time it's backed into the driveway, and every time I'm in the garage and I see that crooked-ass sticker, it bothered me, and I kept it on there for a year just because I felt bad. Tim, I stopped feeling bad.
You haven't done a full year because if you already took it off.
Okay. 3 days from now, it's a year.
You almost got a year, Tim. He almost got a year, but he doesn't like you.
I liked the sticker, but it was crooked and it bothered the shit out of me. So, all right. Well, lighting obviously is something we need to do.
I gotta make Casey a Fruity Pebble sticker. He's got black rims now.
Yeah,
I don't know. Was that the Fruity Pebbles?
Tim? Where did you say this? Oh,
yeah, he's because of the Fruity. It's the red wheels. Yeah. Tim's saying, look up license plate light mount on Amazon. They make these little mounts that go right into the holes of your license plate to give you mounts for 2 lights. I don't know how much I'd trust that for off-road lights.
You probably don't even have a mount for your
the mounts?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, mine does.
Dude, let's just get some steel. We'll just fabricate some shit. I have a welder, dude. We totally do it. It'll be all crooked and shit. Yeah.
I don't.
That's all right. Nobody will notice.
Yeah.
Nobody will notice on that.
Everybody will notice. Everybody will notice.
Everybody will be noticed. They'll be like, "Where'd you get that dope bracket for whatever it is we're mounting?" Oh, is it 720? Because I'm frozen here. Oh.
No, it's only
702.
Frozen a little early today.
There you go. Now you're moving.
Okay, now I'm moving.
There you go. So, well, there it is. The light situation is
evolving.
I mean, we've talked about it a couple times, but
Devolving.
I am. There's a lot of options out there, and I'm kind of digging this Iron Man, all the options they have there. I just don't know, like, the best route to mount it on my truck. We'll have to figure it out.
We'll look at it this weekend.
So apparently my computer's like very upset that Jose isn't here because this is 20 minutes early, this little shutdown routine.
You know what we should start doing? Do you shut it down when you leave, or you just leave it? I just
leave it.
Yeah, maybe at the end of the night start powering off, and then when you power it back on when you get here. But then you would have to remember your password to log in.
Yeah, fuck that. We'll just deal with the. Oh, there we go. Hold on. I'm rejoining.
No, now we got 2 mats.
2 mats. God, there should be. I need to come up with a 2 mat dance.
I wonder if I remove you from the chat, does it remove both of you? Nope. Okay, I just removed you, just the 1 mat, the bad
Somehow
mat.
It muted me.
As
soon as he came on, it muted me.
That was by design.
Yeah. So 2 mats and no Casey.
Yeah. 1 mat, a frozen mat, and no Casey. Sounds like a good show.
1.5 mats and no Casey.
Sounds like a TV show.
All right. So lighting to BD.
Yeah, that'll be something to talk about. We'll look forward to seeing what kind of lights I put on. I am going to get those little light bulb, license plate light bulbs for my plate that I need to remount. That'll be exciting.
Yeah. And between the two of you, so one of you was on the schedule to have a blog post by yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I think that was me.
And one of you said you were going to have a blog post by Monday, and neither one of you came through.
I said I had an idea for one.
I have one. I have to go back through and just double check that I'm done with it, and then I have another one I got to write.
Okay, none of those are.
Plus, somebody talked me into buying some game, and now we're not doing this stupid game.
I want to do the game.
I'm the only one that's like hitting up. Hey guys, let's do some. Let's do some dungeoning.
You guys want to play D&D today?
Yeah, who wants to play some dungeons? Nobody wants to play Dungeons and Dragons.
We need to put it on the calendar and say like,
oh Jesus,
Sunday mornings at 6:00. That's the time we're gonna play.
Sunday mornings at 6:00.
You're crazy, dude.
I don't sleep past 6 no matter what, dude.
Oh man, you should try it.
I can't.
Nice.
I can't.
Oh yeah.
All right, Tim.
This is the real content tonight.
All right, Tim. Tim says, "Hey, it's the beginning of December. Where's this Patreon and swag?" So it is December 7th as we are recording this. Tuesday, December 7th. We had to
make it legit.
Yes. So
yeah.
On Friday, December 10th, we will be launching both the Patreon account and the shop on the Trail Chasers website. Jose would have done that. Yes, you guys are dropping the ball.
That was like a gay vuvuzela.
That was, you know what that was? That was Eddie Murphy. Do you remember the Eddie Murphy delirious? He's here. He's here. Are you sure?
Yes.
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh my God.
We'll start with the Patreon account. So we have been doing some work with some of our partners and come up with some cool stuff. So the Patreon account will get launched. There's a couple minor details that we need to iron out before it actually hits. So I'm not going to tell you what the tier is.
The pricing?
The price, yeah. There's a couple things I need to verify, but right now we're going to go one tier, single tier, no multiple tiers. The discussion was
because of what we're offering.
Yes, because
everything has to kind of be fair and square.
Yes, because there's some nuance, and we'll get into that. So for joining the Patreon, you get mentioned on the show. You get Patreon exclusive stickers. After 3 months,
I don't even know if I want to get mentioned on the show.
After 3 months, you'll get a Patreon exclusive shirt. So it's a shirt that no one else can get. We're about to launch a Patreon-only forum page, whether that be on our website or through the Patreon app natively. Jose is going to manage that. I'm going to save this one till last. Any of our Patreons will get early access to Trail Chaser Expedition registration. So any of the TCX events coming up in the year for the 4 that we have planned, there'll be a.
What are we talking, like a week?
Yeah, like a week. Like, you know, if we have X amount of spots available, the Patreons will get the link first. That'll be open for a week, and then any spots that aren't filled up through the Patreons will go to everybody else that listens. There'll be discounted registration for patrons, so patrons get a less of a price to cover all the stuff that we give out on the expeditions. Map book access. We're going to take all of the maps. I've shared a bunch of maps with people.
Are you going to edit and remove any U-turns or leave the U-turns?
The U-turns will be there.
You got it. If you want the full experience, you got to have the U-turns. Okay.
It's not a Trail Chaser map if it U-turns in it.
So the map book access, we're going to take all of the different trail maps that we've put together from Gaia, from Google Maps, from all that. We're going to create a downloadable book so that you can go.
How many trails do you think that there's
25, 30?
Yeah, there's at least 30 in there.
Yeah, well, I've got one map in there for Big Bear that has probably a dozen trail maps
at least
just
10.
for Big Bear, right?
Yeah.
So,
and then you can think about that, like, this guy took this fort up here, huh? I'm going to see about how tough this is. And then you'll know how lame it is, I guess.
Yep. So the map book access, you'll have access to that. 10% discount on everything on the Trail Chaser shop, and exclusive campouts and meetups that only Patrons can qualify for. And then the big one is partner discounts and drawings. We have worked with 6 so far. 6 partners
that have committed
to giving us discount codes. So these discount codes, I don't want to mention exactly who it is yet because I'm hoping to have those details by Friday.
That list could
there's at least 4 more that I've reached out to that
I would anticipate that they would join in.
Mm-hmm.
So these are all, as you can imagine, if you've listened to this show for any amount of time, you can probably pick out 1, 2, 3, 4 of maybe 5 of the companies on this list that companies we either have worked with, hung out with,
We talk about
all the time. They are, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 companies that are going to provide discount codes. And those discount codes could be anything from 10% off to free shipping to buy one, get one. They're going to change on a regular basis based on promotions, but only people on the patron list will get these discount codes. So what we'll do is on a monthly basis, give out the discount codes so that when you go buy stuff, 1, 2 of these, 3 of these people right now, one discount code for one purchase would pay for the entire year of patron. Like that's we're not talking about small amounts of things here. It's not like, there's some significant discounts. So let's go back through that a little bit. The stickers and the shirt, we're still designing those. We're going to make a special design for the Chaser support team that is only patrons for shirts and stickers. Down the road, we may have hats and some other stuff that ties into this. I don't know, but right now
become part of your Patreon package.
Yeah,
because you can go to the store and get the hats.
Correct.
You're gonna do stickers right off the bat, and then a shirt is after 3 months, or is it shirt after 3 months?
The sticker right off the bat, and then the shirt after 3 months. Okay. The forum page. So again, that's something we're either going to add it to the website. We don't know exactly the best. There's a way to add it to our website, so you can do it there. And then Patreon has a native, basically forum patron only app. And Jose and I are going to try to figure out which one is the best, because ultimately he is going to be managing it. It's going to be his baby. The early TCX registration, like I said, about a week with discounted pricing, map books, the campouts, the exclusive campouts and meetups. So
those are going to be fun.
Yeah. So the goal, we're already doing the 4 TCX events. Like we've already talked about, Winter Expedition this year in January. We'll do something in the spring, in the summer, and then next winter. Well, I guess spring is Mojave if we're still going to do that.
Yeah.
And then That was a cockeyed look, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the weather.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, April.
That's why we talked about doing it in April,
right? So, but that's on the heels of Hammers. Hammers
is beginning of February. So that's 2 months.
2 months. Okay.
Yeah. The meetups and campouts, those are going to be very loose in format. And they may or may not include off-roading. We may say, hey, we're going to camp at San Onofre on a Saturday night. Here's the coordinates. Come meet up with us and hang out at the campfire. It may be a yellow post sign in Big Bear. It may be mountain lakes in Lytle Creek. It may, just someplace to camp. It may be simple. The meetups may be, we're all going to meet at Bullwinkle's and go miniature golfing.
Dude, it's Bullwinkle's again.
That's why I kind of brought it up. I saw that it was being reopened. Is it reopening as Bullwinkle's?
I saw a sign
saying the OG Bullwinkle's.
Yes. Once again, Bullwinkle's.
Like Family Fun Center is opening again in Montclair.
Dude, I worked at Bullwinkle's.
I know. I
didn't have to wear that stupid uniform.
You got fired from Bullwinkle's.
I did. I did. I got fired from Bullwinkle's because I didn't weigh my
eating pizza.
Yeah, too much pizza. Yeah,
because I made personal pizzas and I set it on the edge of the oven, and then I didn't weigh my ingredients when I was making pizzas. I made delicious pizzas, and they got mad at me.
You made pizza that people wanted.
Excuse me, Matt. There are 2 extra pepperonis on this pizza.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Those MFers actually counted pepperonis.
Yeah,
whatever. 32 pepperonis for a large.
I remember when I worked at Little Caesars, it was the same way. There was a special cup you had to use for a small, for a medium, and for a large for the cheese.
Yeah,
and we were always like, "This pizza sucks."
Grabbing it by the hand.
This pizza sucks. So I kind of want to say the names of the companies, but here, let's do this. You'll know. So
Go ahead and say. I mean,
well,
why wouldn't you say you have an agreement, right?
I have verbal response. I have email responses from all these companies saying that they're in. I just don't have a definite of what it is. We've got.
Well, we don't have to say what it is. We're not sure what it is at this point. We just know.
Well, and it's going to change every month.
Well, the vendors themselves may not change every month. We'll have
new
vendors. Yeah, new vendors coming up. Okay, we're gonna wing it here. So so far,
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live. So far, the companies that have some commitment in participating in these Patreon discounts,
which we cannot thank enough.
It's amazing. It's
absolutely
it's the craziest thing in the world that it was like, hey, we want to try this. Are you guys in? And they were all like, yep. And it's here we go.
They probably misread the email.
100%. They thought it came from. They thought it came from a better podcast.
Did you hashtag it first? I hope you hashtagged it first. That way you could say you owned it.
They went, oh shit! I thought it was Snail Trail.
They can't. Yeah, exactly. They can't renege on this stuff.
I think the trail chasers are giving us discount codes.
Yeah, exactly. You guys want discount codes? To whatever it is we're doing.
We'll take them.
Yeah. You have a discount on the free podcast we already give you.
It's about time.
So here we go. Ready? Outer Limit Supply. Providers of first aid kits that have personally put my shit back together more than once. All of us have them in our trucks. Mountain Hatch. Everybody knows Mountain Hatch.
Talk highly enough about.
We love the guys at Mountain Hatch. We love their product. They're constantly growing. They always have stuff going on. EVGA. Providers of computer software, computer components that are running this live stream right now. If it wasn't for them, we'd still be fumbling around.
Also, I'm finally using that computer. And it's great.
Yep. Shower pouch, which you have
get
to
enough
go
shower pouch.
You have to go. You have to have shower pouch whenever you go out in the world. That's.
It's like same thing as Mountain Hatch. Once you have one, I'm always going to have one now.
Yeah,
I'm always going to need one.
You know what's funny about that is you're right with the shower pouches. You're like, oh yeah, I'll just do wipey whatever, and then you experience the shower pouch and you're like, why has this not been in my life?
I can do another day out here in the desert. Let's
100%.
keep going, guys.
Air down off road
again. I don't know if there's directions with the shower patch, but
start at the top.
Think about it. Think about how you're doing it, and then
start at the top.
Don't just
air down.
I'll leave it at that.
Air down off road. Scott over at Air Down. What was it? What did you call him?
Sean.
Sean over at Air Down Off Road.
Scott.
Whatever. Sean over at Air Down Off Road is on board with this. And Iron Man 4x4 America. So which we just talked about, lighting, camping, refrigerators, suspension, all the stuff. I mean, we gushed over Casey's suspension on his transmission. I mean, on his Nissan.
On my transmission.
I don't know where that came from. On his Nissan because it was so transformative in what it did for his truck. So we're super excited to have them as well.
I am Iron Man.
Maybe.
Oh wow.
So again, to these companies and the ones that are coming on board soon, we think, cannot thank you enough for supporting the community and for participating in something like this. Outer Limit Supply, Mountain Hatch, EVGA, Shower Pouch, Air Down Off Road, and Iron Man 4x4 America. All these companies are in on the discount codes. And we have let me look. We have 3 more requests out that I feel really, really good about. One of which I would say is a guarantee as soon as they get to the email. And then we have a handful of other.
Are they in Hammett and it just takes a long time for emails to get to them?
Close, Apple Valley.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's got to go all the way up to 15 to get there.
Oh man, yeah, okay.
And then we have
maybe New Year, okay.
After and then I have 3 here that I think are guaranteed as soon as I send them the email. I just haven't sent them the email yet. So
did you reach out to Desi?
He may or may not be one of those 3 I just talked about.
Okay. I was gonna say I'll talk to him.
Arnez?
Yes.
Desi Arnez.
You have some splaining to do.
Oh, wow.
The point
C2 as well.
That may or may not be one of the other ones I just talked about.
Okay. All
dude,
right.
Wick, come on. You're blowing it.
You're totally blowing it. So again, six companies in our community that have the
Wilco sliders coats.
no, he
Yeah, I know what he's saying.
yeah. Yes, working on it. Working on it. Anyways, that's 6 companies that our listeners want stuff from. I can guarantee that. And then we're looking at adding a bunch more. Again, trying to keep this. We want to make the Patreon account to a point where you get value out of it, right? It's not just us begging for money. We feel like you don't get enough value out of the show at all. So we had to.
I don't know what you guys are tuning in, downloading for, but thank you.
So the Patreon account will be live probably Friday afternoon, evening-ish. I'll put a social media out. Gummy bear manufacturers. That's a good one, Elam. I'm going to reach out to Haribo to see if we can get
Haribo.
Is that
how you say that?
Haribo. I think so. What?
Haribo?
I don't know. Caribou?
I think when I say
and do they manufacture gummy bears?
Emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, do you manufacture gummy bears?
You don't grow them. They don't.
I don't know.
Do they hatch?
Do they?
So we will keep you guys informed as this grows. We're going to continue building relationships with these vendors and companies that we feel really, really good about being associated with. All of the companies on this list are people that we have hung out with, we've talked to, we've interviewed, we've used their product, we've done all. I really feel like this is a great list of companies that are, again, dedicated to helping out the community that they serve and willing to participate in this. So keep an eye out on our social media accounts. We will be posting the Patreon account and get you going. We're going to add a couple things to the. Rob is asking about Jeep related companies. There are on that list 1, 2, 3 companies right there that provide Jeep parts, including Ironman, Mountain Hatch, Ironman, and I guess Air Down, EVGA, Air Down and Shower Pouch are and Outer Limit are universal. They're for everything. I did reach out, Rob, to a very prominent Jeep company that we've had some good conversations with, but I have not heard back yet. So I am looking at trying to round out the offerings on the discount codes to make it applicable to everybody. So we will announce that on social media when it goes out, but be looking for it on Friday and go from there. The next thing is the shop. So the shop is basically ready to go.
We're not going to run down the list of like the things.
We can go all through the leggings I just added on there. The really nice leggings because my sister-in-law wanted them. I added some track pants just for Tommy Harold just to make sure.
Are they
some track pants?
Are they see-through so you can go to Walmart and shop at
yes,
Walmart?
You can totally Walmart it.
Are they the kind that I can rip off really fast?
With my teeth.
Like with buttons all the way down the sides?
I don't think so, but
right, you know those dramatic reveals?
Who's the reveal for? Is that you? Are you going to
I'm asking for a friend.
Are you wearing those? I'm not sure.
That's why I'm asking if they're in the. I currently don't have any. But maybe if they're in the
I
shop.
think I'm going to get me some of these leggings. They're pretty damn sexy. So the shop is up.
I want I always think about like costumes. That sounded weird. But I always
it's my sister you're talking about.
You're blinking like what? What?
I don't
like I stunned you. There's okay. So every time it's like Halloween, I always think about the raddest costume. Do you guys remember the movie Dragnet? Right, with Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd.
Yes.
There's that. Yeah. They go to that. It's not a party, but it's like a cult.
Yes.
Thing.
Yes.
What was the name of the group? It wasn't oh my god, I gotta look that up. It's gonna drive me crazy. But Tom Hanks is dressed up like he's got like goat leggings,
yes,
and then, like a cholo headband. Like it's the coolest costume ever. Are those leggings on the website? I
know.
will buy those.
I'm trying to Pagan.
Pagan,
Pagan is the name of the cult.
Oh my god, dude! I gotta watch that movie. That is an all-time classic.
It's really good.
Yes,
really good. Speaking of, Sunday took the girls to see the new Ghostbusters movie. So I cried.
What?
I cried.
It almost like okay. So I saw months ago. It was probably supposed to be released, but it got pushed or whatever because of stupid ass COVID.
I think that's the official name now.
Fucking stupid ass COVID. Yeah, and it was like, oh, dude, I don't know. Like they had the Ghostbusters with the girl Ghostbusters was okay. Like whatever.
It was fun. It was funny. It was a funny premise.
It could have just been, call it something different, I guess.
No.
Whatever. Actually, who cares? Who cares? And then it was like, oh, what are we doing? You know what I had flashbacks of? It was the stupid Independence Day, the second Independence Day.
No.
Like, dude, don't. I went to the theater and saw that, and I swear to God, it's one of the few times I actually thought, give me my money back. I want my popcorn money back, too.
Yeah,
I ate the whole damn bucket, but I still...
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
You owe me.
That's the only reason why I stayed, is because I had to finish this damn popcorn. But that movie was... That's honestly, the second Independence Day is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. And I'm old. So I was kind of worried, like, this Ghostbusters was just going to be hot trash. Even though I saw... What's his name's in it? The guy, Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, and I thought, well, maybe he'd save it because he's pretty good, right,
dude?
And so now I'm hearing reports that it's good.
It is so good, and they did a great job of tying it into the original Ghostbusters, the trilogy, in a way that wasn't cheeseball. It wasn't forced. It wasn't cheese, and just super
forced cheese.
It wasn't forced cheese balls. It was really. I'm super happy. It was really good, worth the watch. And Jose went and saw Encanto, the new Disney movie, and he told me it was good too. So
did he cry?
I don't know. I don't think I cried on Encanto, but I definitely cried at Ghostbusters.
Oh my god!
It's
now I don't know. I have to
Did
forget.
you cry at the original Ghostbusters?
No. Is
there a reason to cry? Original Ghostbusters?
No, yeah. There's a reason to cry on this one, and if you don't, Matt, you will cry.
Oh, stop it!
You will be choked
Stop
up.
it.
You will feel the lump in your throat. I think you're not open enough with your feelings and emotions to actually allow it out. You will choke it down like a repressed.
Does when you walk into the
toxic
theater,
masculinity?
Yeah, when you walk into the theater, is there something that sucks the testosterone out of you, so that makes you weaker and you can't? That's
called life, bro.
That's happening to you every day, dude.
That's really close to 48
They-
years old.
they
Is what
put
that
it in
is.
popcorn, Matt.
Oh man, welcome to 48.
Yeah.
Cody, what? You're a couple weeks away.
Ugh,
Woo!
that hurts, dude.
What are we doing at 50, dude? Whoa, I'm losing connection. Can you guys hear me? Okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Must be. Are you kicking something?
Oh, maybe I my feet kicked it.
There you go. That's better. We got to do something at 50.
What sucks is that's close
God,
enough.
that sucks to even say.
It's close enough now to where we have to start planning because it's that close. So winter.
I don't want to jump ahead because it's 50-50 that I make it there.
Yeah. So Winter Expedition 23 is going to be between August and December for Matt and my 50th birthday celebration. Moab, Utah, or Baja, Mexico.
Oh, Baja.
50. Okay.
Yeah.
Winter Expedition.
Moab just sounds like there's
going to be
too many people.
80 million people there.
Yeah, like let's go find another place. It's and we'll just tell people it's better than Moab, and people just have to believe you because we're the people's media.
Okay, so Baja, Mexico for our 50th.
Sweet.
Baja California,
Mexico.
91X. 91X, dude.
Hey, dude. Is that station still going down there?
I don't know, but that was in the Inland Empire when you couldn't get K-Rock because
there's a point where it's like one or the other.
Yes.
They're both kind of crappy.
There was
very well.
An alternative rock station called 91X out of San Diego.
It's better than K-Rock.
You could get, yes, but it was spotty. You didn't know when you were going to get it.
There was a time
They have a couple of good stations down there.
Oh, Rob says yes, it's still going. Is it still alternative rock and cool music, or is it like some of the other stations that have gone to mainstream?
So that was K-Rock in the 80s.
It's still going.
K-Rock would play. They would present band like X. There's a lot of bands that they either found or and then they would put them on. It didn't have to. They had their own format. Like a college station. They still played, the Cure and Smiths and all the major alternative bands, but they would still play like if you a local band or whatever, and then kind of pump them up and drive their popularity or whatever. And then in the 90s, early 90s, when grunge hit, all of a sudden alternative became like popular.
Yeah.
And then that killed K-Rock. 91X would still play like a lot of local bands from down there that I actually liked or, got into probably either because of some buddies of mine or because of 91X. So I admired that aspect of their station, like willing to take a risk on just something that sounds good, didn't have to like, meet some kind of criteria for, whatever.
Ryan, my brother-in-law's band, the guy that made the Trail Chasers theme, his band was played on K-Rock a handful of times. He had a couple songs when he was We Are the Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of them.
Yeah, he toured Japan and a bunch of stuff. And
did he play Coachella?
He did. I want to say he did a Warped tour.
Oh, wow.
He played one of the side stages at a Warped tour or something like that. I think I'm remembering that correctly.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Pennywise is playing up here on Friday at the Cave.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my buddy's band, the Gun Sharks, is opening for him.
Oh, that's cool. So going back to the conversation about K-Rock and Tangent, everybody deal with it. I'm currently listening to the Dave Grohl book called Storytellers. Amazing, dude. It starts off with him being a kid, and he tells all these stories about different periods in his life about when he joins the band Scream, and he got to play with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and he talks about the Kurt Cobain death.
He told a lot of those stories on Howard last month, as a matter of fact.
Yep, and
trying out for that band Scream.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, so what songs do you know? And he's like, I know all of them. And they thought he meant like, they asked him, like, do you know any Zeppelin or whatever? And he's like, no, I know all of your songs.
He taught himself how to play by listening to their songs.
Yeah, exactly. So he was like the natural replacement for their drummer or something like that.
Yeah, it's a really, really good book.
I talk trash on Foo Fighters all the time, but Dave Grohl is like pretty amazing dude.
He's my hero, dude. Yeah. I like, if you could spend one day with one famous person, who would it be? Like, I would just want to hang out with Dave Grohl. Yeah, but it would get creepy. The difference is if you would try
creepy to him.
You would try to massage Steve Garvey, and
you're telling me you wouldn't do that to Dave Grohl?
No, I would.
You would be creepier than any one of us with anyone else.
I know, exactly.
Okay, maybe.
I don't know the levels of creepiness
you would like
that you
read
could achieve.
Dave Grohl's book back to him.
Backwards.
In the sauna.
Maybe.
In the sauna.
Maybe I would do that.
You'd read other books.
And you have hey, Dave, do you want to mountain balls?
Not mountain balls. Mountain balls.
Oh, man.
I made a new, I don't know, Tammy introduced me to a new cocktail this weekend.
Oh, God, I can't wait for the name of this thing. Sissified.
See, I'll call it Coke Royale. Diet Coke and Vanilla Crown Royal.
That doesn't sound horrible.
It's not. It wasn't bad at all. I mean,
that's Fireball. Whatever. It's just flavored whiskey, right?
Yeah. I want. Here's the problem. I don't like drinking enough alcohol to get to where I want to be. I want it to knock me the fuck out.
Yeah, but you got to go through the 2 hours.
Yes.
Yeah,
I want to take.
That's what we want.
I want to take.
You want to knock out. We want to see you get to that point.
I want to take two. I want to take 2 drinks and get a good night's sleep. That's all I want. I don't want to have to drink for 4 hours to get to that point where I pass out. Because
shots, dude.
It's like a bell curve.
Shots.
It's like
Bing,
with
bing,
you,
bing.
It's a bell curve with you guys. It's like you're tired. You start drinking, and it actually makes you stay up to a point where you get over the hump on the bell curve and then pass out. I don't want to go over the hump. I just want to take 2 drinks and go to sleep.
So take two drinks.
Do that.
Yeah. Why are you overcomplicating things?
I'm just saying.
You know what I want?
You don't need a
want.
spreadsheet.
Yeah. Put a spreadsheet together.
How many
With
drinks
like,
of alcohol at volume that I need to consume?
with a time scale, like, okay, well, it's 7:05. I got to do my shot of apple pie apple or whatever, and then it's 7:23. I got to do my shot of whatever creamsicle cream. Whatever.
I'll put a timer on my watch so it goes off every 15 minutes so I can finish.
That's it. And 45 minutes, no more than an hour later, you're sleepy time.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want you to get into like some kind of silly mode where I'm recording you doing silly shit because I know you have video of me. I can think of at least one time.
Absolutely have video of you.
Yeah, so I
would have to dig that up.
Yeah, I want to be able to like, okay, it's like a stalemate, or like, hey, all right, I got you. You better not let people see that,
Do you think there's any video I have that the people don't already expect? It's not like it's not like
but there is.
It's not like you're running for office and they're like, "Oh my god, I didn't know he was that." I could show them video of you with your underwear on your head making love to a goat, and everybody be like,
man.
"Yeah, that's pretty much what we expected."
Sounds like Matt.
Yeah,
That's a nice looking goat. And you know what? Matt has good taste in underpants.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
There's a female goat at least, right? Can I at least be a female goat, like a hot one?
I don't think it matters.
Promiscuous goat. I was seduced.
She wanted it. We've joked around about doing a drunk episode.
The promiscuous goats playing Coachella.
Oh, okay. We've talked about doing a drunk episode where we get together on a Friday or Saturday night and drink while we do the show. I'm just concerned that all of those nice companies that we just talked about will no longer want to deal with us.
Oh, please, have those companies. We've already experienced having this shit with them. Give me a break.
Yeah, true.
There's a reason why they're like, yeah, we know your shenanigans.
There's actually, let me see. I'm going to go back here. I think at least one of those companies, 2 of those companies, there's some video of Hammers After Dark floating around from 2020 that probably should not be shared. So yeah, you're right. They
is
know.
that how we got them to participate?
I told them that I have the video from Hammers After Dark.
Nice.
So back to
Were
the
there goats at Hammers? I don't remember there being any goats at Hammers.
We could bring some, Matt.
No. So the shop, going back to the shop.
Where do I get some goats?
On the shop. The shop will be
horny goats.
Playing Coachella. Horny promiscuous goats. The shop will be live on Friday as well. We're kind of launching them both at the same time because for those of you that are interested in joining the Patreon account to get the discount on the shop, once you join Patreon, I will send you the discount code for the Trail Chaser shop, and those discount codes, both for the Trail Chaser shop and for the vendors, like I said, will change regularly. Like what we don't want is someone that gets the discount code and then gives it out to everybody, or not that any of our listeners would do that. Don't be that guy. Those we worked really hard to get those vendors, so we want to make sure that they're getting
taken
care of.
There's a lot of promiscuous goats that we had to rile up and introduce, and it took a lot of. Never mind.
I think you should stop there.
I did.
And then, so what? The other thing I will ask for you guys to do, and some of you are doing in the chat room right now.
I didn't do my pervy voice, at least.
Yeah.
Get them goats.
That's a
Look
good,
at it.
That's a good
I
looking
think
goat right there.
That goat right there.
Let me
Look
see
at
that
the
goat.
juice. Winking at you.
I see you looking at
Get
me.
in there real deep, like.
For those of you that are interested in the shop and buying Trail Chaser swag, then feel free to go check it out and drop some suggestions. If you see something that you like or you think this would be cool, do you have this kind of a product? I'm looking for a zip up hoodie or whatever. I will do my best to accommodate that to get the swag and the hats and the shirts or whatever that you want.
I once saw a band called Lucy's Fur Coat. And it was whatever the I don't know what it is.
Winona had a big brown beaver?
No, that's Primus. But it was supposed to be Lucifer's goat, but apparently that wasn't going over well. So they changed it to Lucy's Fur Coat. Swear to God. Oh, man. Oh, I got you, dude. That's a good one.
Hey, yeah,
I almost spit water over all of the equipment.
At the next campfire.
Lucy's Fur Coat.
Look up Lucy's Fur Coat. That's a real band.
I want you to download it and put it on the
I'll
next
pull it up
campfire.
right now, dude. Like, if they're on iTunes or Spotify.
Listen on Spotify. Lucy's Fur Coat.
Yeah, I think I saw him at the Palace. They opened up for Reverend Horton Heat. Reverend Horton Heat, come on. You guys know Reverend Horton Heat.
It's a band that formed in 1992 in San Diego.
Word, I told you 91X.
Yep.
Hey, Adam's suggesting a flannel, and I kind of had that same idea.
That would be cool. I don't know.
But the logo would be difficult on a flannel.
No, so the good thing about this service that we're using is we can do embroidery. So I don't know if a flannel is available in their catalog. So let me check. I'm all for that as an option. I will, like I said, I will look anytime something comes up and you guys have an idea, I will be more than happy to try to accommodate and see what I can come up with. And I'm looking right now, and
they are on iTunes, dude. Lucy's for Goat.
Lucy's for Goat is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see flannels. So I'll see what I can do. Polo shirts, a lot of cool polo shirts, sexy tank tops, whatever. So the end result is that come this weekend, the shop and Patreon will be launched
Fully functional.
I'm going to say
semi-functional.
Mostly functional. The shop
Mostly
is
functional goats.
Mostly functional Matt. The shop is functional for two reasons. I know that is Casey and Jose ordered stuff for SEMA on the shop, and then
you ordered 18 shirts from the shop.
I did.
SEMA.
And then one of our
and he brought them all.
One of our super tech savvy hacker listeners was able to crack the code and order a sticker this week.
What?
Yes. I got a notification. You got a new order. How did I get a new order? So
wow.
So super hacker Tommy Harrell figured out how to get a sticker from the shop.
So he's the guy
super hacker / farmer
in the farm shed.
Is he going to be able to help me when I can't start this computer next week?
Yes.
Because I'm turning it off tonight.
He's our super hacker. So the shop itself functions. Part of the reason it hasn't been launched yet is because we knew we were going to do the discount codes, and I had to go in.
Are you going to sell Brahma Bull stickers?
I can totally. I want to take
man, I can't wait.
I want to take a.
It'll be here before Christmas.
I want to take a hint from Mark and do the Sasquatch stickers with the alien on his back that he had on his super cool.
Oh, we got to do something like that.
Cody.
Nothing says four-wheeling and campfires like Bigfoot and aliens.
Yep.
If you can get the two of them in one sticker, it's a fucking dope sticker. I mean, I'll buy it right now.
Well, we do.
You got to get Bigfoot to sign off on it, though.
I don't know.
And I make sure because of copyright and stuff like that. I'm sure he's hashtagged it.
Yeah, you got to go to his agent. We do have the Beam Me Up sticker. I mean, a shirt on the shop.
Yeah, that one's sweet.
It's a pretty cool.
Can I get that with a short sleeve though?
You can get whatever you want. I can drop that.
Oh, dude, that's flipping sweet.
So I can totally drop that on a short sleeve shirt. Multicolors. Like I said, that's the thing. Like there's a lot of flexibility in this service, so that we can do a bunch of that stuff. I've got the old school logo up there. I've got a couple random things. This one I like a lot. It's stupid as shit.
Every time I get those like 3/4 sleeve shirts, every time I reach for something, it's just, I rip it.
Yeah.
So I just go short sleeves,
This one, can you read that, Matt?
Does it say F you, you asshole?
No.
Oh, pretty juicy and enjoyable. Just needs more meat. My wife. Wow.
It's the Carl's Jr. shirt, and it's a 4.5 star rating on my on your Carl's Jr. podcast.
Wow.
So
that sounds like we're gonna get sued, maybe.
Maybe it's some of the stuff on there is random.
You're gonna get sued. I did not hashtag that.
Yeah.
That is not a Matt.
We told him not to.
There's
I warned him.
$20 is $20 shirt. There's a bunch of stuff. So again, I'll officially launch this on Friday, and the goal is to time that with the Patreon so that we can get discount codes to those that want to join Patreon for that. And again, it's going back to the members of the community that are supporting us on this with these discount codes: Outer Limit Supply, Mountain Hatch, EVGA, Shower Pouch, Air Down Off Road, Ironman 4x4 America, and a couple others TBD. We can't thank you enough. It's amazing that you guys are on board with this. We are continually surprised at the level of support we get from people in the community and manufacturers and vendors. And we're also working on a couple other things for 2022 that I think will be really exciting. And that's just going to lead to more opportunities. Any of these opportunities that we get, we'll be able to hand down to the patrons as part of a thank you for that. And going back to the conversation about the meetups, like the campouts and meetups, we were going to try to do a schedule for that. It was going to try to be like, okay, every X amount of months we were going to try to make that happen, but with our schedules, it's going to be tough. But at the same time, I didn't want to lock us into where
we could just schedule every Friday night. You can go up to hang out at Casey's, and then he just bring some beer.
No, in all honesty,
then he'll go four-wheeling with you the next day.
Yeah. But I want
Patreon.
How many of the last-minute trips have we done? Last-minute meetups. I love the idea of having the ability to just a single message to everybody on the patron list. Hey, y'all, we're gonna meet X this time. We're gonna do this.
Y'all.
I know. As soon as it came out, it sounded
Hey,
lame.
y'all, we're having a shit kicking of a good time.
It sounded stupid the minute it came out of my mouth. But you know what I mean? Like, how we do that random.
Hey, y'all, everybody shows up with a Brahma Bull sticker. We'll get first place or get competition in the hayride this weekend.
So as I was saying, you know how we do like the text message.
That's what, right? That makes sense. Brahma Bulls and hayrides.
Y'all.
Just pissed off a lot of people.
The text messages that, trying to coordinate stuff. It'll just be one place. Boom. Hey, we're going to meet at this time and go these places. We're going to go, miniature golfing. We're going to go do a camp out. We're going to go do whatever. Who wants to join us?
We're going to go to Top Golf.
Oh, that's when the one in Ontario, when the one in Ontario comes up, when it's built, 100% we're going to do meetups at Top Golf. It'll be like a Friday night after work and go, hey, everybody, we got it booked.
Let's buy Matt shots and watch him swing as hard as he can at some golf balls.
What, Casey?
Have they started on it already?
Yeah. Yeah, the building is built. It's March. It'll be done in March.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
The buildings, I just drove by there last week. I mean, yeah, the building's been put up. It looks like, I think they still like finishing touches like on the range itself in the parking lot.
Where
Whereabouts in
exactly?
Ontario
Yeah.
is it?
Right above Gloucester Park. Like
Okay.
Fourth
Yeah,
and
didn't you
Archibald.
say-
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So, kind of by the airport.
North of the
No,
airport,
north
like
of the
a
airport.
mile. Other
Yeah.
side of the 10, north of the 10.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. 4th Street, Haven. So
Is it Haven or Archibald?
north on Haven, and then go west on
West.
4th.
So all the way to Archibald?
Yes, all the way to Archibald.
Okay, well, it's on the corner of 4th and Archibald. That's called 4th and
I
Archibald.
think that's what I think that's what you said. Yes,
Y'all.
y'all, F y'all. Casey, any updates on you've been we beat the shit out of your truck last weekend in Johnson Valley with the new Ironman 4x4 suspension system. Any updates over the last week?
No, I didn't get a chance to get out anymore. I did try on Sunday to adjust the coilovers. I'm gonna have to get like an actual spanner wrench.
Oh yeah,
I tried to just do it with like some drift pins, and it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Either I got to take the coilover out to take more load off of it to be able to. crank
Everybody
those things up.
knows you don't want
Or
to
I
take
need a spanner
anything.
wrench.
You don't want to take anything out that you've already put in.
Yeah.
I would rather.
No, I'm not taking.
I
I'm
would
not saying-
rather
I'm saying that's
cut
what I
into
would
the
have to do.
fender to give myself clearance to get
Did
that
you-
wrench in there.
was the
No.
truck sitting on its own weight, or did you jack it
No,
up?
I jacked it up, but it's still like it started to wobble out the holes as I was cranking on it.
You
with
don't
the
want a
drift pin.
wobbly
Wobbling out the
hole.
hose.
Yeah, once you
I
get a
wanna keep
wobbly
the hole
hole,
as
you
tight as possible,
never get it back.
I'm gonna get the proper fitting spanner wrench and then I'll crank them up. But other than that, yeah, I think I was thinking about loosening up some of the things like the leaf springs, like the shackle bushings and stuff like that. Now that the truck has had time to settle, and see what it does, and then retighten it down. Just in case like it got put under a load while it was settling because I went too tight or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm
but
just gonna kind of go back through it.
daily driving back and forth to work and around town, all good.
Still butter. Still love it. It's God, I wish I would have done it to my truck the day I bought it.
Oh yeah.
Like I thought my truck was great the day I bought it, and it was, now that I think back on how it was shit.
But for Matt's experience doing the stock for a while, my experience in the Tacoma,
It got me by.
Not only it got you by, but it gives you a level of appreciation for what you have now that you didn't have before. And you learned how to drive the truck with the limited suspension that you had on there earlier. Now having a suspension that's capable of being pushed, it's going to make it easier for you to push it, because you had to figure out how to take the bumps without bottoming out and all that stuff. Now you don't have to do that. I think it's going to make you make that, give you more appreciation for what it is.
It's definitely proving to be just a all around like Swiss Army knife of a kit.
That's awesome. Matt, other than work, what have you been up to?
Dude, I told you I bought that impact wrench.
Oh, that's right.
I'm super stoked on that because Casey, you have like a snap-on one or something, right?
No, it's
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. That's right. I was super impressed. Dude, that shit like that is why it only took the 2.5 hours or whatever to do his kit, because that thing was small enough to get into, take the A-arms off.
Tell me again.
And
it's not little, it's thin.
It's small
Okay.
enough to get where it needs to go. That's all I'm hearing. That's good.
You work
You
angles.
you don't need anything bigger than that.
Just a couple additional fittings, and you work some angles, and everybody's happy. Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, I gotta get one of these. I'm tired of turning wrenches, but like I have all my stuff's DeWalt 20 volt shit. I got the bandsaw, sawzall, grinder, hammer drill. I have like the real hammer, like the Bulldog.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
setting like 1/2-inch anchors, wedge anchors and stuff like that. I have one of those. Anything construction related I have. And then the small impact with just the little 1/4-inch.
Quarter chunk, yeah.
Yeah, quarter chunk for shooting screws. I mean, you could shoot 1-inch sheet metal screws all day. That's what I did for a living. That thing's amazing, but you're not taking lug nuts off, and you're not, taking, rusty old parts off. So as soon as I saw Casey with that impact wrench, not that impact, there's like one's a wrench. That's the
cordless wrench.
Yes.
The cordless wrench is Snap-on.
Okay. I started researching, I wonder, I know DeWalt has to have something comparable. And so they do. They have like 3 different levels. There's the one I have, the little 1/4-inch thing, shooting screws. You can do lag bolts and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still great. Then they have the mid-range, which goes up to like 330 foot-pounds of torque. That's the one I got. And then they have one that's like 700 and something foot-pounds, or even 1,000, I think. But those are really big. They're, I don't know, I don't remember how many pounds they are. They're probably like 10 pounds or something. And you're not getting them in tight spots.
How much was that gun, Matt?
So that's what I was super excited about. Is I just on Amazon or whatever, and Home Depot, I kind of looked around, and just for the tool alone, for the 1/2-inch chuck with the mid-range one, the 330 foot-pounds, I found the tool just by itself for like $180, and I'm like, oh man. I mean, I'll do it. I already have batteries, but the word of the wise, and maybe a lot of people already know, if you're using cordless tools, at least for DeWalt, the reciprocating saws, the Sawzalls, are really bad for the batteries. It really kind of depends. Like if you're going into heavy wear and you work that motor, I think the combination of that vibration and when you heat the motors up, it'll burn batteries out. So I have leftover from my working days, I have like 1 or 2 of the 20-volt batteries. They're basically just good for either that impact, shooting a handful of screws, or lights.
Yeah.
My lamp and my flashlight.
I have 4 DeWalt batteries that hold just enough charge to get something done. 2 of them hold charge. The other 2 do not.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to scrap and start all over again with a new kit.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee stuff's great too. I wouldn't.
And you don't even need the 18-volt. You can just get the M12.
Yeah, and I agree. All of the guys in my company use the Milwaukee stuff. It's become the industry standard. They're great.
It rotates,
but yeah, it does
as a technology advances.
If somebody wants to buy all my Snap-on shit, I will switch to Milwaukee.
But my point is, like, I'm not using them enough to invest that level of money on it. So I could go with a Ryobi set that's, better than what I have now, technology-wise.
Bang for the buck. If I were starting from scratch, I wouldn't have a problem with Ryobi. I mean, there was a time where Ryobi just looked cheesy, lame, and very fragile and weak. Not to mention the colors are all lame, but whatever. Now you see them and they're mimicking a lot of the, as far as what's the term? Like the usability, let's say, or whatever of the other 3 big brands. I'm not saying they're comparable, but for the price,
yes,
you can get like those the cordless tools by themselves for like $60 for something.
Yeah,
it would cost you at least twice that to get either the Milwaukee or DeWalt comp.
And again, I'm not making my living with those tools anymore. I don't need them to be able to handle a drop off a 6-foot ladder and bounce around in the back of my truck. I need to hang a picture and fix my fence and do some work in my backyard and use a Sawzall to cut some PVC pipe. I don't.
So that's the thing. Like, well, I am pot committed on DeWalt 20-volt. It's still a very viable. They're still coming out with tools and the batteries and whatever it's going to be viable for at least another 10 years, that little system or whatever. So I was like, well, I want to find this impact, but I want another charger and battery. I probably have like 4 chargers. I have one of those double chargers, and then at least 3 of the single battery chargers, but a couple of them I suspect are bad. So it's like, you know what? I want to be able to get rid of the 2 bad batteries I have. I have 2 good ones that I've bought in recently. And then, you know, I just want a third guaranteed, 20 volt battery that's going to work. So I found Home Depot Black Friday sale that carried over to December 1st, $199 for the tool, a battery, and a charger. And it was like, boom, I jumped on it. It showed up yesterday. Like, like when you buy something, you're all excited. Like, when's it going to show up? Oh, man. I was tracking it,
Yeah.
And it got postponed. It was supposed to show up on Saturday. It didn't show up, and it's all, postponed delivery. I'm getting ready to write emails and call people, like, because I'm getting pissed.
Where's my shit?
I don't even know what I'm going to use it on yet. I just want to, take bolts off or lug nuts. And then it showed up yesterday when I got home from work. First thing I did, went out to the garage, got one of my good 20 volt batteries, and went to the truck and just spun the lug nut like nothing, nothing. Like, oh my, worth every penny. Think about, again, the suspension work we did recently. Like, what
that we're doing on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. What can't you do if you can pull lug nuts, 100 foot-pounds or something like that? Man, you could probably pull head bolts off of with this thing. I don't know. So
check out.
That's my exciting anecdote of the week.
So check out this Ryobi kit here. You get the bag. You get an impact.
Ergonomics. That's the term I was thinking.
Oh,
right. Like that looks like similar
look and feel. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. To the other thing.
What's happening is all the companies that used to make like the shit, like even like we've said before with Harbor Freight, Ryobi, like all the cheap stuff is. Yeah. If they don't start making better stuff, they're not even going to sell their shitty stuff, because even the people that were already better than them are getting even better. So,
and I think
they're really stepping up their game.
And I think DeWalt, Makita, Milwaukee, let them be the front runners in the new technology. And Ryobi will go, okay, great. This is 2019 technology. Guess what? It's going to be good enough for 90% of the consumers out there, that aren't construction workers. But this kit for $360 has two batteries, a charger.
Put it back on the screen.
I want
to see the stuff you get. That's a lot of
steel
shit.
Saw and a fucking blower.
Yeah, a light.
You get a blower.
That's not, I don't know where the blower is.
Does it come with any attachments?
What's her name?
A light, a reciprocating
Oh, you know what?
saw.
That utility tool is the baddest shit.
I've never had one of those.
Oh, you gotta have. It's a game changer. It's a. You'll find things to.
I'm picturing the drywall cutout for a light socket for trim underneath the
with precision. Just
okay. So
base plates
how much are batteries? Like just the battery by itself?
$900.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Because I'll tell you what, having 2 batteries and 7 tools, you're gonna lose your shit.
Yeah.
Every time I've had one battery go bad on my Snap-on set. And every time I have to pull a battery off of a tool to use that one specific tool, I want to throw it through the wall.
Yeah, again, because you do it for a living. You're using it every day for a living.
But I'm telling you, if you're like trying to use the screw gun and the multi-tool and the Sawzall, and you got to keep switching back and forth or something.
I get it. I totally get it. When I was doing construction.
How much are the batteries?
I'm looking right now.
That utility tool, when we did the flooring in the bathrooms and you had to slip because we went from linoleum and put in tile, the base plate, like the door jamb, you're trying to slip the new tile underneath the door jamb. That's like you can pretty much cut flat on a flat surface and just and cut it away and slip the tile in there.
So
I was so excited.
The lithium 18 volt batteries for that pack are $29.
Oh my God.
What the
God,
so you get the
you could just run through three of those for every you could run through a whole set of Ryobi tools twice a year, like essentially, and still be able to do.
So that's
pretty incredible.
That's 1.5 amp. They have a 2 amp. They have a 2 amp for 44. It looks like
you got to go
closer to
4.
like 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5. Once you go 4 or 5,
again,
you're never going.
No, I get it. For construction, it makes perfect sense. So there's the 18 volt 4 amp 2-pack is $139. So still
That's not bad
$70.
at all.
$70 each.
That's not bad at all.
When we did that, we had that tree moved in the back, and we put down your fake grass that you gave me in the corner. I had to trim in that corner of the patio. There's the runoff from when they poured the concrete, and then they just put dirt over it. Well, I had to break that away, and it was like, guess who has a roto hammer, like a real, bulldog roto hammer with a chipping bit, like a jackhammer bit. I felt like a real man that day, and the best is Casey like.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Tough guy.
Look at this.
Well, whatever, Casey. All right. It's
It's just funny. That's all.
I was like flexing in front of Monty, like, yeah, that's right. Look what I have. She didn't give a shit. She can give a rat's ass about what tools I have.
I see my sister going, look, just fucking hurry up, all right?
Yeah. No, but then she has to placate me by like, oh, honey, that's so impressive. I can't believe you have tools like that.
So look at real quick.
She knows that, it's important.
How much did that cost?
Well, don't go there. Yeah. That's when you change the subject.
Okay. A 6-station battery charger with 4 batteries. $289.
Wow.
And
have to get me a Lowe's card.
Yeah. And looking at on Amazon.
Does Lowe's have Ryobi?
Or is it Home Depot?
Home Depot.
Home Depot does. Lowe's has like
the
Kawasaki or something.
I
thought
Cobalt.
Ryobi was a Lowe's thing. Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
Tommy Harrell is in the chat room. I don't know if you were on earlier, Tommy, when we were talking about your super computer hacker skills to order your sticker. The other thing I'm seeing on the Amazon with the Ryobi stuff is they've got that one plus kit. They've got everything: a chop saw, a chainsaw, a blower, an air compressor, everything that can operate off of those batteries. A brad nailer and finish nailer. If they have a stapler, I'm buying it because this is the last year that I am using a goddamn mechanical stapler to put Christmas lights up.
Why? Just put up some hooks one time and then it's 15 minutes. It takes me 20 minutes to put up my lights.
Because I do the anal.
Because I spent the... Yeah.
I do one staple per light. Like I do the anal, God. Clark W. Griswold. Everything is.
You know what? All right.
I saw a picture of some Christmas lights, and I know exactly how I'm going to do it. They plugged them in, they threw them on the ground, and then they put up a sign that said, fuck it.
It's pretty good.
So yeah, I'm gonna talk to Santa Claus about some new cordless tools because I need a leaf blower. A telescoping power scrubber. It looks like it could do some stuff.
That sounds useful.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I want to scrub something way over there.
I could have used that when I had to do my whole pool thing, my whole pool resurfacing. Yeah. Anyways, I think tools are and impact. Ooh, I want to see if they have the impact because I do want an impact for the trail for when we're on the.
Yeah. Think about the tires we replaced, right? Multiple times on Mojave. It's hot. And you're just like, just get off. Just take this damn tire off and just burp.
Okay.
I bring a whole bag of power tools every time we go wheeling.
So all right, Matt, you're gonna be bummed here. A Ryobi 18 volt cordless 3-speed 1/2-inch impact wrench with 300 foot-pounds of torque and battery and charger. $149.
Okay. I mean,
so what? So what? $40?
Yeah, $50.
I guess yeah. For $50,
it's not like half off. You know.
For some reason, I was thinking you said 300.
You said $189.
Yeah, no. So, but still, $150 for
Sounds like you're about to buy that kit.
So is
That
that
whole
forward
9.
torque? Is that forward torque or reverse torque? Because they're not the same.
fuck, dude. No. It says
Mine senses when it breaks the nut loose and then slows down for you, so you don't,
That's what mine does.
You
It
don't
has a
lose it.
setting.
you don't lose your nut.
your nuts spinning everywhere,
Intentionally don't
flying
want,
off everywhere.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, you got to
Sometimes
protect.
you do. You can turn it on.
On Saturday. You're gonna have to protect Mark's nut for sure.
Isn't he married now?
Yeah.
It doesn't need me to do that.
It doesn't say, Casey. It doesn't say whether or not it is a.
What is it? It's a reverse torque aerator.
It has two different.
Are we trying to get
It's not
Ryobi
the
to sponsor the
same.
show now?
Hey,
Send us a bunch of shit.
This thing comes with an operator's manual, so you know it's good because it has the manual with it. Yeah, I don't know. Tightens or loosens nuts and bolts. It doesn't say.
Oh, it does that.
It says 0 to 2,900 RPM for maximum torque, no load speed. Oh, I mean, so that's how fast it spins with no load. Got it. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if it's forward or reverse torque, but it's 300 pounds of torque that I currently don't have, that I have to put in
It sounds like
a
you're-
breaker bar and push on it with all my might.
Yeah.
Exactly. Think about like the thing again. We were underneath a couple of trucks the past couple of weeks, man. And Casey shows up. He's got that fancy impact wrench. That's a game changer.
Yeah,
Once I got that Milwaukee, I will not go back.
Milwaukee.
There's one of the Ryobi has one of those too. It's a 3/8 inch 4-position compact rotating power ratchet.
God, you're talking so dirty
For
right now.
$79.
So you got yours
like
for like
this.
what, $200 bucks, right,
Right.
Matt?
Yeah, I think normally it's $280. It was like
Oh, so it was $100 off.
30% off. Yeah. So it was a hell of a deal. I had to. That's what I told Monty when we were eating sushi later that Friday night. So she was all happy. You got to pick those moments.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you gotta-
now's the time.
right
She's
time.
She's a good
Why
mood.
was she happy?
Sushi?
Oh, okay.
Sushi. Like, I was happy. I was starting to drink my second tall Asahi, and so I was like, now's the time. So yeah, I bought an impact wrench. It's gonna be so great when we do these things. How much was that?
I knew it.
And so it comes in on Saturday.
Actually, I did. I don't even think I said. I think I just
return it.
I just flashed a couple of fingers, like
I'll let you see it when
Where is that damn waiter at?
Yeah. Is that thumb up too? Does the
Get her
does
another
the-
sake. Get her another sake.
Does the thumb count with the fingers that you're holding? No, the thumb does not count.
Yeah, I think I might be trying out the Ryobi stuff soon here. Rotary hammer, a full on hilty looking thing for $99. Yeah, I think I'm in. I need to get some tools.
Well, that was the reasoning for getting it now. I'm like, well, this is like Black Friday, right? Anything, sometimes you walk through Home Depot, and I always go through the tool aisle because sometimes it's like I gotta have that fucking wrench, or I gotta have there's, especially if you've worked with tools your whole life, like there's one it's a German made, like it's not a crescent adjustable wrench. It's got it's like a 10-inch wrench, but the way it's really thin, and the way it grabs, like it's almost like, because it's so thin, it applies more like tension when you go to grab nuts and turn.
Okay.
But it's like a $50 wrench. You can get a comparable whatever manufacturer
Crescent.
Yeah, for $12.
Yeah.
But if you use, so again, I had this wrench, and I was so, it's just like getting a pair of wire cutters, some
Yep.
Kleins.
Yep.
It's like, I will never buy anything for wire cutters other than Kleins.
Yep.
That's just the tool I'm used to having. It. I want that tool. You know, that's my expectation. So same thing with this stupid with this wrench, and somebody stole it off my cart like a few years ago. So now I walk by there and it's like, oh man, should I get it today? Even though like I have 5 different sized wrenches, but it's like I still, I yearn for that stupid wrench. But anyhow, that's the thing. Like this time of year, especially if you're going through Home Depot, and then they just fill the aisles, like the common aisles, with just tools and drill bits and gloves, you know, whatever. If you know, you always you find that opportunity to pick up score or something. You know, that's how I look at stuff. And then, you know, it's like that utility tool now. God, I could have swore we used it when we were doing my backsplash.
We did,
and I was like so excited, like, oh, I got the perfect tool for this.
Right.
You know,
I remember that.
I love it.
I remember that.
I've been wanting one of those. I'm gonna get the
Milwaukee,
Milwaukee, the M12.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, sounds like we got some tools to buy and some stuff to do. Trying to find the cordless leaf blower. That's what I want. Yeah.
Your dad got me the leaf blower I have.
Yeah.
That was life changing. We had that giant tree in the backyard, and it was like I'm just raking for days. Well, and then he bought me that blower, and I figured out, oh, you know what? I'll just blow them all into the corner, and then take my mower and just like mulch it all up into the bag. Instead of filling that damn green container, like only 2 of them, and only touching a fraction of the leaves in my backyard, I got them all in there. You know, with that method.
My whole backyard is either
my poor mower. I'm trying to mow everything down now.
Yeah.
Like, cans.
My whole backyard is either pavers or fake grass. And the only way to clean it is to hose it down, and I don't want to have to hose it down every time. I just want to hit the blower and blow it off to the side and get it on the side of the yard and get it out.
What you got to get is a pressure washer.
Yeah, I definitely need one of those.
God, man, that's especially with a pool. All those nooks and crannies in your pool that you can't get, you know, with the brush. You just go in there with a pressure washer. Works great. It's dope.
Damn it. All right. Well, this devolved into...
I think it evolved.
Tool talk.
This is one of our better, more informative... if there's some shit I know about, it's about some tools.
Tools, yeah.
Yeah.
I've used the shit out of some tools. Okay. Well, keep an eye out. So this is Tuesday the 7th. The 9th. This episode will be coming out December 9th, 2021. And we will be launching... on that Friday, the Patreon page and the shop page. There's a possibility that the discount codes for those manufacturers won't be fully vetted yet on that day, but they will be coming out shortly after. So, for those,
give everybody the address to the shop.
it will be on the website. It'll be on trailchasers.net, and there'll be a button there that says shop. And then there will also be a button there that says go to the Patreon page. So I'm going to try to get all that done and vetted before Friday afternoon, and then and launch that for the weekend. So
you know, it's like a telltale sign of somebody that's never used a wrench before is like watching somebody use like a set of channel locks. You know, there's the right way.
There's a right way.
Yeah. And you're like,
Yeah,
what? You just watch them struggle. Like, yeah, keep going.
Those teeth aren't going to grab. It's just going to keep spinning.
Squeeze harder.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Round it off.
But you know we've all done it though. You've all grabbed it and it's like it's in my hand.
It's a rite of passage.
Well, not even that. It's
same thing with pipe wrenches.
Yes. Oh, pipe wrenches are someone
when you don't know how to use a pipe wrench and you're like, oh, this is broke. Like, how does this not work right? That's the first.
It's all wobbly and shit.
Yeah.
How come it doesn't work? Yeah. So the tool talk. We'll do a tool section if we all get new tools. I definitely need some new ones. So we'll see if Santa's nice to me. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat.
I feel like we should just have an episode where we talk about all the tools we have and we just brag about like, oh man, you know, because this was like This is one of the funner episodes for me. I got to talk about
Show and tell.
Yeah. We can have an episode like that too.
A couple weekends ago.
Pay for that.
A couple weekends ago, when cleaning the garage, I was like, "How do I have 4 different tool bags with just shit in it?" And it's like, why do I have 4 of these, but I can't find this? And I need to do a full like inventory of.
You know, you got to go through those tool bags, you know, to discover like, oh my God, I forgot about, you know, I had all these brand new drill bits or butterfly bits or something.
Oh, speak drill bits. Can I tell you a story about drill bits? I think I told you already this story. So a few years ago, Tammy's grandfather passed away. And as cleaning the house.
This is a good story.
Cleaning the house, I ended up with 2 toolboxes from Grandpa's house with a bunch of stuff. Cool shit.
Man,
like a bunch of cool stuff from, I mean, Grandpa was 95 when he passed away. So a bunch of cool shit. But I told Tammy that in the process a couple weekends ago of cleaning the garage and going through a bunch of those tools to see what's usable and stuff, I learned a lot about her grandfather. And her grandfather is very similar to a lot of us, where Grandpa would go to the hardware store and say, you know what, I'm going to do this project today. And while he was there, he'd say, I think I'm going to need some hacksaw blades. And he would buy a pack of hacksaw blades. And then he would come home to start the project and set the new pack of hacksaw blades next to the other 3 packs of hacksaw blades that he already had. Razor blades, drill bits, more drill bits than I will ever go through. But you know, because we've all done it. Oh shit! I'm gonna need a drill bit for this. I don't even know if I have one. You know what? I'm here. I'm gonna buy one. And you get it's whatever.
It saved you a trip. Like it's worth it.
If I get home and there's no drill bit, I'm gonna be pissed
that you got to go back. So Grandpa didn't make a list. Went to the hardware store, bought whatever he needed, even though he had 4 of those things already in the toolbox. And it was her and I had a big old laugh about it, and funny, like what kind of insight you get from that. But it's again, razor blades, hacksaw blades, randomly, there was like 4 different car HVAC repair kits, hoses and the tanks and stuff. There was drill bits, just a shit ton of screwdrivers, a couple multi-tools, a bunch of cool shit that
it's like going through, like Grandpa had a box of baseball cards, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. How exciting, you know, like what kind of tools. And then it tells you a lot about him. Like, you know, what kind of work did he do? You know, whatever.
Well, he was a fire chief.
Rule number 1: you can't have enough hacksaw blades.
Yeah, he was a fire chief, but he was also the kind of guy that did everything at the house himself. He didn't hire anybody to do stuff. He did a bunch of work for himself.
Unless he just wanted to get out of the house. Honey, I'm going to get more blades. And he had to come back with blades. You know,
I didn't even think about that.
Where are you going now? I need some hacksaw blades.
Yeah, maybe there's a bar next to the hardware store. Exactly. He just goes. He's like, hacksaw blades are the cheapest thing here. I'm just gonna buy a pack of hacksaw blades every Saturday morning coming back from the bar.
You wouldn't believe how many hardware stores I had to go. They were all out of hacksaw blades.
Oh, that's funny shit. I didn't think about that aspect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's because now you know why
you read it all wrong, Cody.
I totally read it all wrong. Mm-hmm. Oh man, he was a good dude. I miss him.
That whole tale about Grandpa's tools. There's this plumber, this kid, you know, out on this job. He's obviously got his dad's tools or his grandpa's tools, and it's probably his first week or 2 out on the project or as a plumber, right? And I look down and he's got this I'm gonna assume it's aluminum, but it was a beautiful like crescent wrench, adjustable wrench. I'm like, hey man, can I check that out? This thing was light as a feather, but it was a big wrench. It's like a 16-inch wrench. And the fit, it was old. You could see like it was marred up here and there. And again, it was another, I'm going to assume it was like Snyder or Snyderman or something like that. And the fit and the finish, when you went to work it, no slop. Think about it. I'm still thinking about this, right? I was coveting
story, like not that long ago.
Yeah, I was coveting this wrench, and I told the kid, "Look, dude, Where'd you get that? Oh, my grandpa gave it to me. This and that. Okay, there's gonna come a day. I'm telling you right now,
where this is gonna go missing.
You're gonna no. But I did give him an option. I said, look, I'm telling you, in the next 2 or 3 years, you're gonna be partying with your buddies, and you're gonna need some beer money, and you're gonna think about this wrench and go, God, this is probably worth a lot of beer. Don't do it. Hold on to this wrench, because like someday you're gonna be like, this was my grandfather's wrench. This is probably $400. Like, I've seen Snap-on similar tools where the same fit and finish.
Yeah.
Don't do it. But if you do, give me a call, dude, and I'll go buy you the beer or whatever you need. Yeah, man. That's pretty rad.
I'm gonna tell a horrible tool story. My favorite tool story.
That's a good band.
Yeah. So a buddy of mine was an electrician, and another buddy of mine came to him and said, "Hey, I got this guy that I know tangentially through people, my family, that needs a job. He's a good labor, big, strong dude. Are you guys hiring?" And the electrician buddy says, "Yeah, we'll give him a shot." Do you know where this is going?
Okay.
So they the guy shows up day one, and literally he has a tool belt which consists of a single leather belt and one of the utility packs, like old leather packs, and he had 5, like a screwdriver, a couple other things. To the point, the first day, my buddy, the electrician, went, "All right, dude, here's a set of wire cutters, some dikes. Here's the things that you're going to need to do this job." Day one goes by, fine. Day 2 goes by, fine. Couple of issues on day 2, nothing major. Day 3, and I want to say it was day 3. Day 3, dude doesn't show up. The electrician's calling him like, "Hey, man, we got to leave right now to get to Pasadena or LA or wherever we're going. If you're not here in 2 minutes, I'm leaving without you." So he takes off, and he has to go to the job. So now he's out there by himself working. He was supposed to have a helper that day. This dude now spends the day trying to call the electrician, and the electrician's like, "Fuck it, man. I don't have time for you. You didn't show up. It's your 3rd day on the job. I got to get this job done." So day 4 comes around. The electrician didn't reach out to the new guy. The new guy didn't reach out to the electrician. But there was a call later in the day that the new guy was so distraught about thinking that he lost his shot working for this company. He went and did something dumb and ended up unalive at the end of it. You haven't heard this story? So because the electrician guy never called him back,
there's too many vagaries. Okay, and just tell us the story at this point.
So the guy doesn't show up.
You're asking me to fill a rather large void.
So the guy doesn't get the job. He thinks he lost his job, so he takes a airsoft gun and goes and holds up a 7-Eleven and ends up getting killed by the police.
Yeah, that is like a stretch to go into like
hardly had any tools.
Okay, hold on. I'm not done.
Okay,
I'm not done.
Was he working with that airsoft gun?
So
maybe he's a great electrician.
The problem.
2x4 to the wall with an airsoft gun.
After we found out about this whole thing, the electrician buddy of mine, who was my neighbor, still had the bag of tools that the guy had his bag of tools, and some of those tools were his dad's tools, and that whole story. So one day I go out in my garage, and the tool bag is in my garage. I'm like, I don't want this bad juju. I don't want this in my garage. I put it back in his garage. And for about 2 months, it became a thing where you would walk out in the garage, and I'd find the tool bag. So in order to eliminate this, I took all the tools out of the tool bag, got into his garage, and hid all the tools in individual places. And the tool bag and the whole thing told him, "Look, the ghost of this dude is in your garage now. It's not coming back to my garage." And to this day, I don't think he ever found all of the tools. And they're just this dude's ghost is haunting his house. It was less climactic than I thought it was.
No.
But it was pretty funny.
I'm just
yeah. Well, kept waiting
the
for
ghosts of the guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
That sounds like an episode, like Ghost Hunters or something. You could tell them that, and then they would probably come out and go, "Oh yeah, there's that clearly because that's the way ghosts work. Fucking tools.
His screwdriver is here.
Wait a minute. Did he have a pair of dikes? Oh my God, ghosts can't really. They can't move on until those dikes have been.
If you're missing the tip to that 10-1, he can't go. He can't go off.
You need to bequeath his tools to his next of kin. That's funny.
All right. Well, we stretched that one out a little bit on the tool story. That was a bad story at the end. Sorry. But Patreon and the shop Friday the 11th and or 10th. Friday the 10th. What day is it? Friday? Friday's the 10th. So that's the goal. So check it out this weekend.
I have a funny construction story.
All right. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, it's quick. So I used to do residential. And we were doing a cut-in. So this is a house that has no central anything. So you set the equipment and then run a line set from between the two pieces of equipment. And this kid that had been working with me for a couple of weeks, he's a family friend. I'm not going to name him because this is pretty embarrassing. And he had already done a couple of cut-ins with me. So it's not like I asked him to do something crazy. But I said, hey, Bob, just call him Bob. Why don't you roll out the line set? As you know, you get your copper line set. It comes in a roll, like a 50-foot roll. You unroll it. You tape the two lines together. You put your whatever. I said, roll that out. And then we need to start running these lines into the attic. So I need you to knock a hole underneath the gable. Right. So, like in the side of the house, there's the pitch and you can essentially see how big the attic is because you can see where the gable is on the side of the wall. Mm. And I told him about 6 inches underneath that gable where we need to knock like a 4-inch hole. We're going to run the lines through there. All right, man, that sounds good. So I'm inside the living room. I'm God, what was I doing? Whatever. And I'm talking to the customer and I hear like, boom. Boom, like he's rapping on the wall. And the homeowner was like, God, it sounds like he's right on the other side of the wall. Yeah, no, I mean, he is, but he's we're trying to knock a hole for the line set or whatever. It's perfectly normal. And then, like, boom, boom, like a 12-inch screwdriver comes shooting through the living room, like at eye level. Fucking eye level. Like, what the hell? I run outside like, Bob, what are you doing? You said we're going to knock a hole underneath the gable. I'm underneath the gable. Oh, my God, dude. He thought I said 6 feet.
Oh,
I said 6 inches below the gable.
Oh.
So, whatever, yeah. He owns his own business now. he does air conditioning and heating for a living.
He learned.
He did.
First got in the trade. One of the first maybe the third side job I had done with a buddy of mine, and one of the other helpers that was same skill set as me. He's like, dude, I want to get on that. I want that because all the side jobs we did was cash. After work and on the weekends, it was all cash.
That was how I got a lot of things back in the day.
And so this buddy of mine, one of the helpers, is like, you got to get me in on this. You got to get me in. So I talked to the guy that we were doing the side work with, and I was like, hey, why don't we bring him with us? We can get this whole cut-in done in a day, and it'd be great. So the lead guy, he's like, I'm going to go get started on the condensing unit. You guys go up in the attic, get everything ready to go. Cody, you know what needs to be done up there. Make sure he's got it all set up. So as we're walking up the ladder, and this guy had a few months of experience over me in the trade. As we're walking up the ladder, I said, dude, let's be careful. Make sure you're standing on the studs as you're walking through the attic. He said, I know what the fuck. Boom. Foot. Right through the ceiling. Literally above where the TV is in the main room. 30 seconds. It was his second step in the attic. And I'm like, son of a bitch. So I go down, I tell my buddy, and I'm like, dude, I wasn't even up there yet. Like, this is what happened. So he has to call his brother-in-law, who's a drywaller. The homeowner's gone for the weekend. We have access to the house.
Oh, man.
Calls his brother-in-law. Brother-in-law comes over, cuts out the square.
Oh, this is a side job too.
Yes,
so,
this is a side job. Brother-in-law, of course, brother-in-law is going to charge him, right? So all of the profit that was coming out of this went to pay to get that gone. When the job was done, the dude that put his foot through the roof wanted to know why he didn't get paid more.
Oh,
That was the last time he did a side job.
Wow, the nerve.
Yeah.
So I had similar story, same kid. I don't know, a month later, this time we're doing a add-on. So this place had central heat. We were installing all new equipment and new ductwork. So Bob, get up there and just start kicking over that ductwork, demo. Same thing, like just be careful, stay on the studs. And to his defense, sometimes people put planks up there and they don't nail them down.
Yes.
So
I got me once.
Yeah. So same, almost identical story where the homeowner, he's up there like, kicking stuff over. This is a really old lady. I'm in the furnace closet talking to her, like assuring her, no, he's already fucked up once about a month ago. He's not going to fuck up again. So I'm disconnecting the furnace. Same thing, like he comes down, and it was so, thinking about it, it's hilarious because he's got one foot still up in the, so his hands, he's holding on to the two studs he fell through, and one foot is still up there, and his other foot is 3 feet off the ground. Like, he's just about down.
He might as well just fall.
He's trying to pull himself up. I'm on, dude, just get down here. Just get the fuck down here. No. He literally fell through direct line sight between me and her. You couldn't have picked, like, dead center right between me and this old lady. Like, I just had that look like, oh, shit. Okay. And then so this was a company job, luckily for me, and I call my boss. I'm like, Mike, remember how Matthew? Shit. Edit that. Remember how Bob busted that hole in the wall at that house down in Ontario? He did it again. No. Yeah, dude. And then I explained what happened. I said it just like I just said it, and he just started laughing. And you know what? He was like, he was not cool usually. Mike was like, my old boss was kind of an asshole, like, fuck, Yeah. But he started laughing, and he's like, you just pull him down out of the ceiling. Yeah, like it's destroyed. The living room's a wreck. It was good times. Those were the days.
The one time that happened to me, the owner of our company was building a house up in Claremont, Indian Hill, like Snoop Dogg lived on the same street. And so we were installing the HVAC system at his house, and at this point everything was framed in, all the drywall was in, start and finish work, right? And we're in there doing the HVAC work. So I'm up on the second floor in the attic, and same thing. It's been insulated, and there's, studs, the whole deal. And someone had laid a plank across the studs.
Yep.
And I was trying to connect ductwork or something, and I took a step back, and I stepped on the end of that plank and came down. Best case scenario, I went through the drywall. We patched the drywall. Unfortunately for me, there was a 3/4 inch orange fire sprinkler PVC pipe
right
underneath that. So when I stepped down, I came down on top of the sprinkler pipe, ruptured it. It's already charged and under pressure.
Yeah.
Because it had to pass inspection, and it is gushing. It is take a garden hose multiplied by 4. It is gushing. And I'm like, I'm panicking. I'm up in the attic by myself. I get down on my knees and I jam my thumb inside the pipe, and I am screaming as loud as I possibly can, turn off the fucking water.
It's a different valve too.
Yes, which I mean, it felt like I was up there for
you kind of need to know where it is, because it's nowhere, at least at my house, it's nowhere near like the water service.
He went to so my buddy ran out to the main and shut down everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it worked, it works, right?
So the water finally turns off. I'm literally dripping from head to toe because it's been gushing all over me. All of the insulation in a 10-foot radius is completely soaked. And now the water, because of the pitch of the roof, the water had ran down to the wall, went down all the way to the floor on the first floor.
Wow.
So we run to the store, get kitty litter, we rip all the insulation out. The next 4 hours is just trying to rectify this catastrophe. And I went back to the shop the next day thinking I was fired, but he was totally cool about it.
Shit happens. That's why insurance costs as much as it does.
Yeah.
Okay. Last story.
And they make, just so you know, fire sprinkler, just like vice grips, like needle nose, they make them that you can, if you bust a pipe, you can clip them over and they compress and they'll close.
Really?
Yeah. They have different, there's like, I've seen 3 different configurations where they'll grip around a fitting and clamp up, but it's basically the same technology as a vice grip or a vice tool,
kidding.
And they'll clamp on. Yeah.
Interesting. Didn't know that. Last story.
Break a few sprinkler pipes and then you'll you'll learn a lot of things.
So this happened prior to me coming well, actually it wasn't even at this company. It was somebody told me this story, so I'm going to paraphrase. These guys were all doing track work, and so the reason Matt
Blow and go.
Yeah, the reason Matt scoffs is 1970s and 1980s track work, man. You were running and gunning, and you were it was Coke in the morning and beer at night, and
we weren't. I don't think they were talking about Coca-Cola.
No,
either.
it was, and so this guy told me a story about how at his company they hired a female installer. She came from the industry. She had good recommendations. She did a test. She passed the test, the whole thing, and they put her on a crew.
Was it a drug test?
They put her on a crew.
Okay.
And the way residential worked is it's all you get paid by piecework. So you get paid X amount of dollars per house, right? Yeah. So the foreman is like, you know what? This crew is doing 10 houses a week. This crew is doing 10 houses a week. This crew is doing 3 houses a week. There's what's going on? And so he goes out to the crew with the guy and the girl, climbs up in the attic, finds the guy on his back and the girl providing services. And come to find out they had made an agreement. She would provide a service in the morning. He would do the install by himself for the rest of the day. so she didn't have to work.
Oh, she was working.
Oh, she's
she was working. Do a different kind of work.
So, so the guy was basically doing installs by himself, trying to keep up with the piecework, and neither one of them had their
Continued
job after
their job. Did she continue that job with that guy later on? Maybe?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Love
finds a way.
Yeah.
Love finds a way.
Yeah.
All right, so tune in next week for more random air conditioning and construction stories about tools and destruction. And then we'll talk to you guys soon. If anybody has any questions about
sorry about the length of this episode.
Patreon.
You don't have to listen to this episode fully, but of course if you're hearing this now, you've already done that.
You've already listened to it fully.
Maybe in the intro.
No, you know what we'll do is we'll do like the first 15 minutes of like quality content. We'll clip it there and put all of this after the outro music.
So, I wonder if anybody ever listens to the post-outro stuff.
I don't know. It's hit and miss because it's not there every day. So every week, but sometimes
some of the best stuff.
So, all right, everybody, have a great night. Thank you for hanging out.
Good
we
night.
appreciate it. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Pete.